champ select, so unfortunately we can't be like, oh, what's the sweet, ban strategy over in Taiwan. But regardless, we are up, and I'll be honest, I'm really excited because we have Little Balls.
Nice. Now, you give us a little backstory.
So, well, the backstory for those of you who've been in the league community for a while, Little Balls, he was part of CLG, and a lot of the foreign, thank you. A lot of the foreign players, they did start off on the NA server, and so Lil Balls, he was on CLG, and the joke was he used to play a lot with Big Fat because Big Fat was also on CLG, and so it was Big Fat GG and Lil Balls, and you said you couldn't have Big Fat GG carrying without Lil Balls for support, so. I know that's really terrible, but that's what everyone said.
It's all in the wording.
Yeah.
It's all in the wording, but there you go.
They're really impressive. I mean, I'll be honest. If you have watched Taipei Assassins, their team fight control is really cool. I've seen a couple of plays recently. Our top 5, we're gonna have some Taipei Assassins plays into it, and actually, the DC Jarvan, they're gonna go after him. I'm just kidding. So I guess he's gonna go back. I was just thinking for a second, we're going to have a reconnect and we're going to restart the match. And I was like, this is a replay. We can't restart the match.
This is it. So
yeah.
I mean, just go ahead and do it live, or in this case, do it replay style. But there it is.
So he legitimately could have gone down there.
Could have. He could have. But did not. So let's take a look at the teams real quick. Janice, Sivir, Jarvan, Malphite, and Aurelia going to be there for Time to Terminate. And for Taipei Assassins, got Leona, Alistar, Ari, Corki, and
Sivir,
Kennen.
don't you do it. Don't you dare do it, Sivir. She's walking right into this bush.
No, you're not doing it. She's not doing it. She's not going to do it.
She's thinking about it. She's considering her options. All right,
so,
sorry. I'll go
anyway,
back
so
into
we got,
the teams.
looking at Taipei Assassins straight on out, that is a lot of AoE CC. You got the Kennen, you got the Alistar, you got the Leona. That's a bad and that's great setup for nice boomerang. And that's the greatest thing about Sivir's boomerang too. A lot of his abilities, you actually have the audio cue for when it hits,
but the flash
Alistar
pulverized
straight on in.
It doesn't even matter.
No, it does not. You knew they were there.
Yeah.
You knew. Still went in. So Taipei Assassins will have a pretty successful invade here. Gonna go ahead and just grab the blue straight out from Time to Terminate, and that's gonna put Jarvan. It's gonna force him to start elsewhere in the jungle. He's gonna have to go for his red first, but there's also that little bit of delay. He did grab the wolves, but just gonna go ahead straight on in for red. May also go ahead and gank mid or top while he's at it. But during all of this though, this does give Aurelia time to just start out with some initial strong farm top lane.
Yeah, but it will shut down Sivir a little bit, not having Janna there, because Corki and Leona is such an aggressive lane. They're definitely looking for early kills, and they have so much AoE damage that, when we have the team fights, we have the Alistar knock up into the Leona ult, into Kennen as well. There's just so much burst potential, and then there's a lot of pickoff potential. In the meantime, we have Jarvan coming up, and this is the level 2 gank is always a threat, and Kennen does not have the lightning rush yet, but is about to level up.
1.
So Jarvan actually not going for it right before that level up, unfortunately, kind of waiting to see if he can bait out Kennen a little bit.
Yeah, but go ahead and actually got Janna actually getting pretty low down there in the bot lane, just getting pretty chunked out by the super aggressive combo bot lane. And that's the thing, there's only so much that Sivir and Janna can do, and if Sivir's not on point with those spell shields, it's going to hurt pretty badly. And even Sivir can... She can farm pretty decently under tower, but it's going to use up quite a bit of mana. And Sivir mana management, she's not the best. A lot of her stuff takes up quite a bit of mana. Unless she gets some pretty money spell shields, then it's gonna be negligible. But there you go. The surge over to Alistar to try and make some ground, but there to headbutt back. Does force the flash. Jarvan's here, but albeit pretty weak after trying to take those after taking those small golems.
Yeah, and so they will back off, but we have really nice early advantages for Taipei Assassins. And the big thing is they have really nice lane control. Mid, it's been a while since I've seen a mid Malphite, and it actually used to be really common. Before the Malphite initial nerfs, we actually have Aurelia coming in. Unfortunately, Little Balls is up here, so we have Stanley going to be backing off for a second, but there's actually the missed headbutt.
The minion out of sheer anger, but the Ignite still goes down. Might actually still be able to get the kill. The Ignite is still taking away Aurelia. Does get the kill. The health pot has been chugged.
That was unusual, to say the least.
It's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate, but that'll be definitely really nice for Aurelia. Now, Kennen versus Aurelia. We'll see if Little Balls actually goes in for this.
No.
Aurelia might get another one.
Misstep here. Aurelia will also go down the process from the minions. Alistar does die, though. It's not, over the course of that engagement, not the best for Taipei Assassins, but still, I mean, he knocked it really out of lane. Kennen can go back, and the wave is pushed to tower, so the wave will neutralize once both characters get back there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's a weird situation.
But again, we see the really, strong aggression from Time to Terminate right now coming in with that Jarvan. Oh, the quick flash from Toys. Unfortunately, he had the Ignite. One more attack. Oh, he's just barely going to get out of there. So,
Oh, wow. 6 health.
Yeah, that was interesting, but
jeez,
back and forth the entire game. So, I don't know, going back into the lanes for a second, Kennen versus Aurelia. Kennen, has the early advantage. You have the harass. Unfortunately, Kennen really doesn't have enough harass to shut down Aurelia. As the game progresses, Aurelia can be really aggressive. Once you get a couple of, null magic mantles, build a fast Merc Treads, build a fast Wit's End, very quickly you're actually going to beat Kennen in lane. So, once Aurelia is like level 9 or something, that's when Kennen's going to have to be a little bit careful. Aurelia can just kind of chase her down. But there is a period of time where Kennen can harass Aurelia, and then, with ganks, with the ultimate, can easily pick up kills. So we'll see if we see that at all. Mid lane is very surprising to me, because did you play back when Malphite, we used to see like Malphite mid?
no, I don't think I've ever seen Malphite mid actually.
So Malphite in the mid lane, it started off, it was back when, it was actually before DreamHack last year, before the Season 1 championships. And the big thing was you used to see AD carries mid. And AD carry mids, I mean, it was awesome. It was the coolest thing ever. Of course, everyone wanted to play AD carry in every lane. But AD carry mid, it was just really strong. You would lane against a lot of AP carries, and you would just be able to shut them down. And it was before the whole, EU meta came over, where you have, support and AD going bot. And so Malphite, he's still a really strong anti-carry now. Well, he used to be even better, and he was one of the strongest. So you sit in lane, and you'd be able to beat almost anyone. You just spam out your Qs, you just constantly harass them down AD carries, and then your shield, now the shield regens at like 12 seconds, I believe. Maybe even, it might be 10 seconds for your shield to regen. It used to be like 7 seconds. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but basically 7 seconds means that you lose your shield, you step away for a second, it's no big deal. The nerfs, he wasn't able to do that as much anymore, but it's still kind of an interesting matchup.
Well, and then again, Ahri, she is very mobile as a champ. She can go ahead and get quite a decent amount of harass, and that shield, just on its own, should, negate a good chunk, like especially from like the Foxfire or just the orb if you just happen to get chunked out by a stray orb if you just happen to walk into it. So, I mean, it's a good safe option. But here's the thing, Malphite doesn't have that back yet, but there is a dash Ahri going now, and trying to get the charm does not get the stun either. Two missed CC opportunities. Well, 3 even, really. Just could not manage to catch the Malphite.
Yeah, and Ahri, should have an advantage in lane, has been doing pretty well, but Malphite's been keeping up in farm. He's able to use that shield to his advantage. As long as, he's playing safely, you saw that, Ahri wants to get in on Malphite, but she can't be too aggressive because Malphite has the ultimate. If his team is there, very quickly they can just burst her down. We have the headbutt.
Get out of there.
There's not really a whole lot going on there. But regardless, having that blue is going to be huge for spam, and if you can keep that shield up, that's the key. And Ahri needs to get in the persistent hits, hit in, the Q, hit in the auto attacks to keep the shield down, to wear him down. But if he can keep his shield up, he can take advantage of that. And then as the game progresses, I mean, they have, I don't know, a really nice initiation team. We'll have to see how that works out for them.
Yep. And if Ahri does decide to get cheeky later on, tries to initiate with the ultimate once again, there's the shard. You can slow her down. If Jarvan's nearby, it could be disastrous. But there's a tornado keeping up Leona, trying to pop down something, trying to get anything to keep him away. There's a flash headbutt from Alistar. Will get the pulverize despite the Janet is flashing away, trying to get an engagement.
Malphite is here on the back.
Yes, he is. Malphite is there. The ultimate is up. Could get something going here. Pop-up will not be going down to Leo, but there is the ult, keeping her still right by the edge of the map. May go down in the process, though. Yes, you will. And there's Alistar to go ahead and pick up on that one. But now Siver's in a little bit of trouble. Spell Shield, is it up? I'm not sure, but there you go. Jan is in the right positioning for a head, but there's a triple kill down there for Lil Balls, and then there's the Corki to follow it up for
the
kill
awesome
number 4.
flash. I honestly, I was surprised that they brought it around so well, and in the meantime, the rest of the lanes are doing fine. Kennen's going to be pushing up top. Ahri's going to be pushing down mid.
Everyone's
just awesome turnaround from Taipei Assassins. It looked like, Hawkeye was going to maybe be able to pick up a kill there. I know I probably butchered that, but regardless, really cool play all around.
That is just Alistar running amok. Just
Right.
purely, he's 5-1-1. It's not even 10 minutes yet. What is wrong with
It's
this
also
cow?
the strength of Corki, and Sivir has a lot of burst damage early, but you need to be just standing there attacking as Corki. Corki has a little bit more back and forth burst, has the AoE, has the nukes, where you don't have to. You can be a little bit more mobile. In the meantime, we have this mid turret going down, and Leona coming out to support Ahri, not going to let her go down. So Ahri will be able to back off. Pick up that blue. So really nice play from Taipei Assassins.
So now we got to think about, what is Jarvan's place here, with the rest of the team? Because, he doesn't, now Alistar is just so ridiculously far ahead of Jarvan. Now it's a 2-level lead. Jarvan's not even 6 yet. He can't even
He's
go ahead and ult.
5-1-1.
He's 5-1-1.
Alistar is 5-1-1, 10 minutes in.
2 GP10s. He's got the move 5 boots. He's going to be working in for the Shirelias pretty soon, actually. Just Oracles. You know what? Why not? He's got the money. Just buy Oracles. He thought about it. He's like, do I really want to buy some wards? No, Oracles. Let's buy it right now. Might as well. You have the money. You're that far ahead in the lead. And there's Corki. You can go ahead and yeet this aggressive on this bot lane. All that damage and the stun just on its own is enough to melt Sivir in this bot lane. Janna has nowhere to go. And there is Aurelia trying to follow up to teleport down into bot lane. Trying to make the best of the situation, but will not be able to capitalize on anything.
Yeah, and Malphite and Ahri are here as well. They see them with the wards, so they will be able to back off. They should be fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with that teleport down,
top lane.
Top lane is vulnerable once again. And it's an interesting decision going teleport versus Kennen. You have that early map control. We know they want to be aggressive because they have the Malphite and they have the Jarvan pick. But having that teleport instead of like an ignite, it also means that you can't get kills onto Ahri mid. In the meantime, we have Jarvan and Malphite coming in here. We have Alistar as well, so there's the charm. He's going to back him right into his balls,
regretting the decision that Pulverize going down onto Jarvan. Malphite trying to get something in there, and Jarvan ult keeping everyone contained, but Alistar might actually be able to do something with this. There's the Pulverize actually getting Jarvan really low. One more hit and you'll be able to go ahead and grab that red buff from him. Just probably waiting for the head button to come back up. And there's Janna coming on back. Might actually lose that Oracle.
Oh, the great play from Little Balls turning back into Jarvan as he was going for the knockup. And I think we have a vote for the best Alistar, but unfortunately, Janna is very close to going down. Monsoon coming in, and we do see they are chasing. In the meantime, Corki actually going to be able to pick up a kill there. I'll stop hopping back and forth. Janna is going to go down. Action all around the place. I'll go back for a second, and we see Corki actually just diving right at this Sivir, and that is how strong
2-level advantage.
Bebe is right now.
2-level advantage on, actually, 2-level advantage on Alistar for a time. 2-level advantage on Corki now. Level advantage on Kennen. You have a little level advantage on mid? No, we don't. But I mean, even then, it's just all the lanes are just pretty much winning. All the lanes are winning. There's not really much that can be done.
We have Kennen once again mid onto Alistar. There's the Leona ultimate and the Kennen ultimate to follow it up. Yep. All the lanes are winning, as you said. Oh, just barely. There it is, the shuriken for the kill.
So the only unfortunate part of that last team fight, Alistar died. He had an Oracle's. It's gone now. But I think with this lead, it's a 7K lead.
Right.
12 minutes into the game. I don't even think it's really necessary right now. He's got his Shirelias and move 5 boots already. That's just ridiculous.
They looked okay for a second. It's just Taipei Assassins is obliterating them in every single engagement. We have Jarvan being forced out of this mid. They definitely want kills. Just great ward coverage. Both teams are doing pretty well with wards, but Taipei Assassins with the aggressive wards coming in here for the counter. Jungling going to be able to steal this blue, pick it up onto Ahri actually. So they are going to be safe there. And I don't know. Time to Terminate they don't really have a lot of options right now. They're they have to sit back. When you're this far behind, you need good ward coverage. You need to sit back and you need to farm. Alistar coming in though, along with Ahri. Oh, the quick kill onto Jarvan. Actually, he gets the EQ, but he still goes down, and Malphite is in an unfortunate situation.
Ahri still has those ult charges up, trying to make something happen, trying to get the damage down into Ahri. He is ignited. Will get caught out by Aurelia with the ultimate, and Corki is in the bush firing the missiles from secrecy. Janna does go down to the missiles. Just trying to get the stun on anyone who's nearby, and Aurelia unfortunately is caught up in a nice little sandwich. Corki will maybe get kill as well. Stun go down, and the ace from Alistar.
Leona with the flash over the wall to hit the ultimate. Just really awesome play there. I was surprised that Janna missed that flash, but the coordination just chaining their stuns back and forth for Taipei Assassins.
And Kennen still top lane.
Still top lane.
Still
just
top lane. Is
hanging out.
It's okay.
It's weird.
Yeah.
He's 2-1-1 right now, so he has been in some fights, and we saw
Yeah.
him earlier. But it feels like he isn't even part of this game just because the rest of his team is so aggressive. He's actually diving this Jarvan. One more attack could maybe do it. He has the red buff, but there's the ultimate, and now he is stuck. Can he kill? No, trying to lightning rush, can't get out.
Nuts.
So the Cataclysm
Well,
holding him underneath the
just
turret.
stayed and attacked the turret. Maybe actually could have gotten it.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
I mean, it's pretty clearly AD Kennen though. I mean, you have the Wriggles, you have the Dorn's Blades.
Right.
So he probably could have done it, but and actually look at the Sivir build on Time to Terminate. It's 4 Dorans. I don't think I've ever actually seen that, but actually there's Alistar with that all that movement speed from Shroy is able to just get Malphite, force him out of the fight immediately, and the ult from Ahri will be there to follow on up, and there's not really a whole lot that Sivir can do about this.
I was going to say, you hadn't really seen that Sivir build. You know what we have seen before? Alistar wrecking people. He's actually sitting in here. He's a little caught out of position. He should be okay. They are going to chase him out of there, but he knows he's fine. Aurelia going to pick up that red.
Yeah, I'd say this. Yeah, and this is why you see so many Alistar bans.
Yeah.
Because once Alistar gets rolling in the jungle, it's just really rough to just try and stop that moving train. I mean, there are a lot of junglers that, if they get their early kills, they actually do, pretty decent. Lee Sin's one of them. Shaco, if he's up against an uncoordinated team, that's why he gets banned a lot in solo queue.
Oh,
But
Alistar's going to come in from behind.
He's this mobile. He can go ahead and be this cheeky to go around turrets and get people out of position and place them in situations they don't want to be in. That's the power of the cow.
Yeah, and I mean, Time to Terminate, I mean, they have a nice AoE team, the Jarvan and the Malphite, having that chain CC. We have, quick bursts. Sivir has a decent amount of AoE as well. They could get some quick kills. They have a lot of physical damage. But, even so, right at this point in the game, you wouldn't normally expect to see a lot of armor, so they still have, some nice opportunities in fights. The issue is the AoE and the burst from Taipei Assassins is too strong. We have the red buff, and unfortunately, Kennen is going to be out of position. The Malphite ultimate, there's the Kennen ultimate, but he will go down, so they do pick up a kill there. Really nice job, but unfortunately, it's one kill traded for a dragon. Not going to be that big of an issue for Taipei.
Yeah, much, a bigger net gain for TPA than really anything else. Just one kill, and it's fine. It's negligible. Dragon's worth about 2 kills, so you're giving up something, but you're still coming out ahead here. But Corki has great positioning, and Alistar, the Pulverize, getting all remaining members of Time to Terminate there in the mid with that one Pulverize and double kill going down onto Ahri. Jarvan trying to keep everyone trapped, does manage to get the Corki with a triple kill down now onto the Ahri. Will be able to engage, get the kill. There is the Quadra down on... there, that's it. It's an ace. It's a straight up ace.
Yeah, they just have so much burst, and that's really the difficulty. And now, because they're so far ahead, they already have a lot of burst damage. They have all this magic damage. We can see items like the Glacial Shroud from Alistar once he gets back. And, getting a quick Frozen Heart against this physical damage team that Time to Terminate has, very quickly, they're not going to be able to have enough burst damage to take people down. They, can potentially win longer engages if they can survive the initial burst, having, as much physical damage as they do. If Malphite can disrupt Corki, the big thing is that Corki is just, beyond fed. They're all beyond fed.
Right.
And so it's just, they're so far behind, they really can't win fights at this point. But, I don't know, we'll have to see. Sivir is very strong at stalling out games. She's, that's kind of her role as an AD is, hey, you want the game to last longer, you want to stall it out? All right, Sivir. So we'll see if that can be the case, if they can maybe hold off a little bit longer, pick up some kills, and try and snowball off of it.
Or even then, like, desperation moves. Like, if Time to Terminate actually decides to kind of do, like, this... like a split push, like you just try and just keep 4 members to defend towers, and Sivir can just go off and just push a lane. Not only is that a great way for Sivir to get farmed, that's one of her benefits. Is she's amazing at pushing lanes. She has all the tools necessary and could actually take a tower, 1 or 2, even 2 towers quick on her own if given the time to.
Yeah, that is something that's really nice, both offensively and defensively, being able to split push. Unfortunately, because of Ahri's mobility, they really don't have those great options. I mean,
and not to mention Alistar with move 5 and Shirelia's. That's
Oh,
rough.
he's
like
actually
right
just
there.
going right into him. We
Oh,
will
there's a
back off,
charm
though.
onto the Jarvan, but they will give him enough time to walk away from it. But Ahri is still there, just going to let the cooldowns refresh. Corki's not with the team. Kennen's pushing up top lane. So once Corki gets into the mid, then he can go ahead and look for another kill, look for another engage. Kennen doesn't even really need to be there. Taipei has to just do this on their own. There's a charm going down onto Aurelia, along with the stun from Leona and Alistar comboing together. And there's a Malphite ult trying to keep them away. Kennen ult down onto the back line, trying to get any kills that he can. Got the Jaina focused down and should be able to get that soon. And there is the Jarvan going down as well. And that's 4 down for Time to Terminate. Sivert is the only one remaining. It has to run back to base, tail between her legs, and Taipei Assassins, dominant team play.
Yeah, and this is going to be an easy inhibitor. We'll see whether or not we see a quick surrender. Then they just decide to move on to the further stages of this group round. But actually, they probably have enough time. We'll see if they just decide to take a Nexus turret. They probably can't finish it. Oh, that's real quick. They probably can't finish it, but they could take a Nexus turret if they decide to. They will grab it pretty quickly. They might actually even go for this. Malphite's ultimate is down, so it would be tough for them to defend.
Yeah, there's a tornado just trying to keep Taipei Assassins out of the way. There's a Shirelia's being popped, and this is a semi-last stand here, coming from Time to Terminate, and Jarvan immediately goes down. Malphite's going to be going down as well. Everyone's just trying to scatter, just trying to kill time at this point. But if they're dying in the process, it's going to go ahead and leave their base exposed, forcing them back over to the base. The laser's going down. Actually, will pick up the Corki. Alistar just barely going to get out of there. Will not be made the stake right now. But that's the second Nexus turret going down. Nexus is now open and naked. They could go in for it. There's a stun, and Alistar will just still die to the laser, just trying to get these kills. And Ahri should be there. That is enough burst damage to go ahead and pick up yet another ace.
Yeah, and you guys wanted to check out Taipei Assassins. Here they are, 32-11 against Time to Terminate. We do see they're coming out here trying to still stall them, but don't really have a lot of options. And again, Taipei Assassins is low. They will have to back off here. Leona actually might go down, but in the meantime, while they take down that mid inhibitor, while they take down those two turrets, we see bot is pretty close to going down. Malphite actually coming in onto Ahri. Will be able to pick up that kill. No, the charm, and then backing off. There is the ignite. One more attack will be able to do it. Can she get out of there? Actually picking up the kill. Toys.
And then Mistake is being caught out a little bit. Just auto text from Jaina might actually be able to do it. And there you go. But Ahri was able to stay in that fight because of the passive. She cast enough spells and she get that spell vamp in a clinch and was able to just go ahead and trade the kill with Malphite. But even then, there's in such a bad position right now. Mid inhib is gone. The minions are just going to go ahead and take all the turrets. TPA can just go ahead and grab Baron. No problem. There's no way Time to Terminate can defend it.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. I mean, this game should, almost certainly be over in a second. But the big thing, Time to Terminate, they had some nice plays early on. They, it's tough to say. You fall behind that quickly, and the game is just it snowballs out of control. And they didn't look like they were, terrible. They looked like a decent team. It was just Taipei Assassins, really aggressive early on. Just was able to pick up a number of kills every single fight that they had. They were just forcing fights constantly, diving turrets left and right, and every single fight they would pick up all of the scattered kills. I mean, a lot of times, with competitive play, you see fights where, all right, one or two people die, but then the rest of the team gets out of it. That didn't happen this game. Taipei Assassins, they'd pick up one kill, and they're like, hey, guys, guess what? We're going to hunt down the rest of them. They, pick up the rest of them, and, I don't know, very easily able to win this. We do see they're actually going for the Baron. They probably could just push in for that Nexus, but hey, it's a Baron. You have to have a Baron.
If you're going to get the win, you might as well secure the win with the Baron buff and go on in.
It almost reminds me of, like, basketball in elementary school or Little League or something. They're like, oh, everyone has to touch the ball. You have to pass it around. Everyone has to touch the ball. Well, here you have to get Baron before you win. Even if it's already over, it's a rule. That was really random, I know.
I never had that rule in Little League. Just as like, oh, you just, go out to right field and just, come on back when we call you, because it's Little League, none of the kids. It was T-ball actually, not even. Like, the ball's never gonna go to right field.
You're in the outfield for T-ball.
I was in the outfield for T-ball. I'm not joking. I really was. But that's that's sometimes how childhood goes. But in the end of this match, there is the Nexus. It is open and exposed, and Taipei Assassins is going to go ahead and take the game straight on out. They don't even really need to get any more kills at this point. Just focus down the Nexus and win this one. Alistar still getting in with some Pulverize and some GC. Maokai.
Oh, but the excitement.
Maokai with the Malphite ult trying to get on in.
And Aurelia as well going down. Oh, can they get the kills? The headbutt Pulverize. There's the Kennen ultimate. We're going for the double kill. Corki is going to go down. Yeah.
Is he Malphite being named Malphite? Maokai on Malphite. Now I'm getting names screwed up. Now I'm getting confused.
How now, Salcow?
How now, Salcow? But that is it. The Taipei Assassins 1-0 in group stage. Time to Terminate. They're 0-1 so far. So they got some room to make up. But it's still every.
Yeah, it is a round robin group
it is
stage.
A round robin.
Still 2 games left, so they should be good.
So Taipei Assassins looking pretty dominant. And I've seen. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really seen too much from them. I don't. Yeah, right. I haven't really watched a whole lot of VODs.
I didn't see too much from Taipei Assassins though, and they're considered one of the best
They
teams in the
are.
world. So
But even then, like this week though, like
Right.
this week I was watching like some of the stuff from Grena. I was
Yeah.
watching the coordination they have, and that is a pretty damn good example of the kind of coordination you can have with a team like this. And even then, like the Alistar jungle was just so absolutely devastating, getting
Right.
nearly. If the entire team is there, he's gonna throw down a pulverize that's gonna get everybody.
Yeah, no, he looked insane, and um, I don't know. I can't imagine why teams aren't starting to ban Alistar against him, and I'm sure a lot of it has to do with just they know Taipei Assassins. They know that they play a number of champs to such a high level, but every single highlight play that I see with Taipei Assassins has little balls on Alistar. So it's just I don't know when you look at that situation, you see him constantly playing Alistar to such great success.
Yeah.
You have to kind of make some decisions here. So we'll see if that's something we see further on. Again, I'm fairly new to this team, as I'm sure many of
Yep.
you are, and they definitely the coordination was stellar for early fights.
Yep.
They ran away with it very quickly.
Fantastic work by TPA. But you know what? We're going to go to a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to go ahead and introduce you to the other two teams here in Group A, All Lane Carry and Hana. So
Yeah.
we should have that for you in just a sec. We will be right back. IPL5 Taiwan Qualifiers, Group A, group stage. I'm going to show you some of these matches. There's some great stuff here. We will be right back after this.